No matter if we're in a recession or we're in good times or you've just started, mastering these two things is going to put you on a path to better, faster, smarter. So without further ado, the first thing is mastering yourself. Now, I know that may sound like an anticlimax, but the people who understand themselves the most also have the capacity to get the most out of themselves. Now, when I started to become more self-aware of my strengths, my weaknesses, I started to align my business and to align my environment in a way that supported my strengths. So it's a Jim Rohn quote that says, work harder on yourself than you do in your business. Now, if you're a business of 1 to 10 people, this is even more important because businesses tend to not have issues. It's personal issues that reflect in your business. So if you're having issues in terms of making more money or dealing with personnel or whatever, it's better to look at yourself than it is to look externally. So what do I mean by that? It might be a mindset thing. You might need to break limiting beliefs about what you're charging. You might need to break limiting beliefs about how to use the internet or online tech in order to do more with less. Or it could be your personal traits, like you need to be more patient, you need to be more productive, better decision making. Or it could be a skill set. You need to learn how to do copywriting, or you need to learn how to do advertising or digital marketing. Whatever it is, all of them are internal things that you need to look at. And that's all part of mastering yourself. And there's so many aspects to this, but when you become at least aware of this, this is a lifelong journey. This is not something that, you don't master yourself over a day, a week, or a year. It is a lifelong journey. And it's something that I am taking with joy, and I'm loving every moment of it because you're becoming more efficient in running your own life, and that also reflects in your business. So things like, how do you learn? Do you know how you learn? Are you a visual person? Do you like reading? Do you like talking? I like talking. Having to overcome the fear of putting yourself out there, I talk to myself a lot, and that way whatever I've learned kind of goes into my brain even more. I'm a visual learner and I'm an audible learner, and I take in information that way. So when you start to know yourself more, what you identify with, your goals and your aims, these things start to become crystal clear and you start to become a lot more focused. So I wanted to mention a quote for you here that says, in the absence of a clearly defined goal, we become strangely loyal to performing daily trivia until we ultimately become enslaved by it. The reason why I wanted to mention this is because when you master yourself, you also master where you want to take yourself, right? So that's whether you want to call it goals or whether you want to call it having new standards in your life, it doesn't matter. The whole point is that you have some sort of vision of yourself, your identity, your life in front of you. And when you don't have that, you then start doing daily nonsense. I'm just going to be blunt. You're going to be doing daily nonsense, and you're going to do it for so long that it becomes a habit, doing daily nonsense. And before you know it, you haven't reached anywhere because you never knew where that place was to begin with. And that is part of the process of mastering one's self. And it's a wonderful, wonderful journey. And everybody on this planet is taking it, whether they like it or not. But in order to become a successful person, whatever you deem success is, knowing how to get the best out of yourself is crucial. So the next part is mastering money, mastering wealth creation, mastering wealth. Understanding what money is, what wealth is, very important. I'm going to go into it in another video, but knowing the difference, crucial. Now, once again, Jim Rohn's quote nails this on the head when it comes to how you personally make money. So whether you're an individual with an expertise, this is especially true. And of course, it's true in business as well. And the quote goes like this: the amount of money you earn is in direct ratio to the need of what you do, your ability to actually do it, and the difficulty there is to replace you. Now that is powerful. To take a long story short, just look at all the best businesses and or individuals who are bringing in the big numbers in their life or in their business. You will see that one, what they do is extremely needed. And this even includes entertainers and athletes, because when people are not feeling too well, they want to be entertained. And people will pay for entertainment. So whether it's your athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, LeBron James, wrestlers, boxers, all of them highly needed in society. So they get paid very well. The top tier ones anyway. Next is your ability to do it. This is your skill set. How good is your skill set? How much have you invested in developing your skill set? I focused on a handful of skills and I went all in on these skill sets. I have a creative background, so I am very good at taking photos, taking videos of melanated people. That was my speciality, and I built a whole production company around it. I am extremely good at it, and I continue to build on that skill set. And now I'm building on the skill set of helping people communicate their value to the marketplace with branding, marketing, advertising, and I'm continuing to do that. So when you are mastering these things, this is of course yourself, but this is what makes you the money. And the third point was the difficulty there is in replacing you. Now, when you become really good at a particular skill set, you become more and more valuable because there is no other you. So there is no other Apple. So Apple is very valuable. There is no other Bentley. So Bentley is very valuable. But if you cannot become more valuable in your marketplace, in your niche, then it's more difficult to get more wealth in your life because of that fact. And bear in mind, this is for those who are, coaches, consultants, like individual businesses or small businesses. This is extremely important for you when you're starting out, to bear in mind these three aspects of your earning power. So there's so many aspects to mastering wealth, but when you begin to understand these things, you begin to take different actions in your life to becoming a master of yourself and a master of your wealth. So those are the two things that if you can begin the path to mastery, you are going to be set for life, because it doesn't matter whether you're in a recession, whether you're 14 or you're 40, the better you are at mastering yourself and at mastering wealth, the more wealth you'll have, the more peace you'll have, the more freedom you will have. So I hope that was helpful for you. And if it was, please give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if it wasn't. Share it with someone who's on their entrepreneurial journey, and please subscribe if you want to know more about me and my videos. So thank you. Have a good day.